When I was first diagnosed, I read an enormous amount of information about it, and I found a lot of it very confusing.
When I was first diagnosed, I was given quite a bit of misinformation, and I think it's because WM is so rare and not so much is known about it. I think the biggest thing that I would have liked to know that I wasn't going to die.
So when I was diagnosed, I had my diagnosis over the phone, so I was trying to process almost like an hour's worth of conversation afterwards. The most valuable thing that I would have loved at that point was for someone to say it's going to be okay.
They gave me hours of information that day, part of which I didn't take on board because it was all, I'd just been diagnosed with cancer and hadn't been told that I wasn't going to die immediately. Yeah, so I wish when I had the first initial consultation, they had just pointed me to the WMUK website.
My consultant knew about WMUK, so I was offered support straight away. I was given websites to go to, and I emailed WMUK that afternoon and had a phone call 2 hours later. That was massively reassuring.
WMUK has been very supportive to me, basically. It has helped me how to live well with my WM lymphoma, and I think that's a great thing to go to these events like Patient Forum. It has really helped engage with other people, ask questions.
WMUK is just so important to me. I was talking to someone earlier about how I see the NHS providing all that fantastic standard of clinical care, but for all of the support, all of the knowledge, all of the human stories, it is all about our WhatsApp groups, our email groups, just being able, knowing that there's a dedicated nurse hotline is hugely reassuring, and it is a complete step change away from how other friends of mine who sadly have other cancers, how their treatment and how their lives unfold.
So looking at their hub of information is great, and the support group as well on Facebook, just knowing that there's other people there. You can feel very alone if nobody in your immediate family or friendship group has got something similar to you, but knowing that there's other people out there that do, and everybody goes, yep, I get it.
Until they told me it was WM, I hadn't got a clue. The buddy system has been brilliant. I mean, finding somebody that's got the same as me and on the same drug treatment and living locally, and I've actually physically met the guy today, which is great, to put a face to the name. Having talked to him, emailed, and every time I got a problem I can ask him something because he's so much farther down the line than I am.
I also had a buddy system set up, and they set me up with this lovely guy who I chatted, it felt like a 5-minute conversation. Actually, we talked on Zoom for about an hour and 20 minutes.
And WMUK very much punches above its weight. For a small charity with a small number of employees, it does remarkable things. But of course, it can only do those things if it receives the right finances to be able to do them. So I would say to anybody that's a patient, anybody that's a relative of somebody with WM, anybody that's got a friend with WM, to please consider giving something. Because the great thing about the Big Give is whatever you give, it's then doubled.
Every penny of a donation like that would make a huge difference to a small charity, and to people like me that are trying to navigate a whole new way of life, very unexpectedly.